When you upgrade to a new PC or you're basically trying to salvage parts from an old PC, there are a couple of things that can be really useful that you can actually reuse. And one of them is the hard drive. However, as you guys can see, this is called an internal hard drive, which is one that does not really have a sort of closure around it, and it's not like one of those external hard drives which you can essentially just plug into your computer. So in this video, I want to show you guys how we can take something like this internal hard drive and actually basically sort of clean it up and actually use it as a sort of brand new external hard drive, which you can just plug into your computer. And without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright guys, so with this we can finally get started. So as you guys can see on the left hand side, I have this Western Digital 500GB internal hard drive. And it's always important to check this right here. If you guys can see, this is SATA. So this basically says the type of connection. So SATA is the most common one, especially for older type of hard drives. So definitely do check this, because that's what's going to help us get to this. And I'll get to that in a second, but also it's important to note that this is a 3.5 inch hard drive. There are smaller ones that are 2.5 inches, which are usually the more newer ones, but the older ones were usually standard 3.5 inches. So I'll put that down. So let's talk about this. So this is actually the enclosure. So this is basically what helps take this hard drive from internal hard drive to an external one. And what this basically does is it provides a casing, and it also allows us to connect it to our laptop or something like that. So the important things to notice here is that I did get a 3.5 inch, which is because this is also a 3.5 inch, and I got a SATA. And SATA is basically just a type of connection. So if you guys can see on the hard drive right here, this right here is the SATA cable, right? So this is a SATA connector, and that's what most older computers used, and they usually come in like a red wire that's usually attached to your computer. So yeah. And additionally, if you guys do not want to get the box, you can also just get a SATA cable to USB, and that will work just fine as well. However, I did end up getting this hard drive closure because I didn't want to have my hard drive out in the open like this. I wanted to have it in some sort of enclosure, so because it doesn't look very good, as well as it's a bit more vulnerable when there's no casing around it. So with that being said, I have opened this up, but I want to give you guys a brief tour. So I got it from this company, Oracle, and it was around $25. So as you guys can see, we have this. This is the enclosure, and also it comes with two other things, which is it comes with a USB cable, and also comes with a sort of charger or adapter, which you basically plug into the wall, and I've already gone ahead and done that. And the adapter basically goes right here, and it supplies the power. You guys can see this is the DC power right around here. Yep. And then this is the USB 3.0 in. So this is basically what this is basically what the new sort of port does right here. So you connect this up to here. So we'll go ahead and do that. And then I'll also go ahead and connect up my charger, and I'll see you guys then. Alright, so as you guys can see, I have gone ahead and actually connected my connector, and now the last step is basically to just remove this casing, and I just need to put it in there. So I'll just put this in. It goes in like this, and for mine it was actually pretty easy. All I have to do is just slide it in a bit, and it went in, and just close it up again. Right, so it's a sliding design, and that is basically ready to go. So how you actually get it started is you basically have to use the power, right? Alright, so as you guys can see, I have it connected up, and now all I need to do to get started with it is just press this and just make sure that the blue light turns on. If you do have an old hard drive, you can probably hear it actually spinning, like I feel like a vibration from it. And once you do connect it to your computer, which I will in a second, using this cable right here. So at the end of it is a USB, so you can just connect it with your laptop. It will basically blink between blue and red instead of just blue. So let's connect that up, and I'll see you guys at the laptop. Alright guys, so now that we are on the computer, let's go ahead and check out how we can actually get using the hard drive. So once you do load up the hard drive, you probably want to go to your File Explorer as we have open, and then go ahead and click on this PC. right? So once you go ahead and click on this PC, you should see another drive apart from your OS drive, which is usually the C drive. So in my case, it's a D drive, and I've renamed it to secondary drive, but yours probably will say something that isn't, as readable. But what you want to do is, if you open it up, you'll probably see the Windows things. You'll see like program files and all that. Instead, what you want to do is go back here, and you probably want to clear the entire sort of hard drive and make it usable for other purposes. So how you do that is you do something called formatting or just cleaning it up, right? So what you do is you go ahead and click on it. Don't double click, just single click. Once it's highlighted, you want to go ahead and right click on format. So this is the really important menu right here. So in here we can see that the capacity is 465 gigabytes, right? And then we can select the file system. So I would always recommend that you leave it at NTFS because that's the default one, and that works with most Windows devices. However, sometimes it does not work too well with Mac devices. However, this is still the best option, especially if you're in Windows. Just leave it as NTFS. You don't really need to change anything else. The only thing that you may want to change is the name of the drive. So I'll maybe call this my external drive, right? And quick format. So if you go ahead and actually start it, it will basically clear out and clean up your entire hard drive, meaning that it will basically make I have 90 gigabytes used, free. So it'll make the entire thing free and just clear up everything that I have. So I don't want to do that, but if you do, then you want to go ahead and click start, and then that should be all good to go, right? So that has basically been it in terms of how to convert an internal hard drive and take it into an external hard drive and use it with your laptop for extra storage. If you guys like the video, feel free to like and subscribe. And with that being said, peace.